If you are one with God, you should be experiencing and living out of infinite possibilities. And that's what we're going to talk about tonight. My name is Mary Lou Wholeness, and you've joined In His Image. But this is a program that is challenging you to step up and live from what Christ left you, that prophetic message that He left you, that He and the Father were one, and as He is on the earth, so are you, that you can begin walking like that. So your life should be an experience of infinite possibility. And you know, infinite is measureless, countless. That means nothing should be left out. How do you think about yourself tonight? Do you think about yourself always being just as you are right now, that things are too good or are too lofty for you? God, in this time in the history of mankind, is challenging us to step out and begin to live in those infinite possibilities. No possibility for you is excluded. None tonight. The question is, can you believe that? And we're going to talk about that tonight. You know, if you can think it, it exists. Because out of the thoughts of man come everything that we see on planet Earth. That's the reason you can think it. Because, see, you are remembering those things that you knew before the foundation of the world. Because when you understand that you were in God, before you ever came to planet Earth, we were talking about this at the ministry last week. Do you think your mother and your father were your true ones that created you? And no, they gave you an earth suit. This body, that the Spirit of God, your true creator, your true origin, that would have a house to live in. This is your tabernacle. This is your building. This truly is where God exists on planet Earth inside of you. So tonight we said, if you can think it, it exists. But what are your thoughts tonight? Are your thoughts all negative and woe is me and I'm not good enough and I can't and I'll never get out of debt and I'll never be well? See, there is what you focus on in your life is what you're going to bring forth. And we're going to talk about that through the Bible. There's no such thing, though, as an original thought. All things are remembering. Every idea is a memory. Can you understand that? Can you grab that tonight? All thought is a remembering, and every idea is a memory. You know those wonderful, great, lofty things that you think that you can do for the Lord? You want to serve the Lord? Do you know those thoughts really come from the very origin of who you are? But you know what we do? You know, it says in the Bible we bring every vain imagination down. But what we do is we bring every thought of God sometimes down. Those lofty thoughts, those thoughts of your true identity, your true origin, you bring those down and let those vain imaginations rise up. You see, instead of bringing those things that come against you down, if we truly hear that, it can empower our lives. Let's go to Ecclesiastes 1. When I said that there is no original thought, that everything has already been placed in you, and every idea is a memory. Let's go to Ecclesiastes 1 in verse 9. Look what it says. It says, the thing that has been, it is that which shall be. And that which is done is that which shall be done. And there is no new thing under the sun. Isn't that incredible? It says that everything that has been done, it's already been done, that there is no new thing under the sun. So what is happening to you when you get these wonderful ideas of what you'd like to do for God, or what you'd like to accomplish, or how you'd like to live? Those thoughts have been in existence, and you are drawing them out of a remembrance. Let me read verse 2. Is there anything whereof it may be said, see, this is new? And that's talking about thoughts too. You don't think that before you, that if our origin is God, and God thinks out of an infinite, limitless mind, why aren't we living in that experience of that infinite, limitless mind? The Bible says we now have that mind of Christ, which is the mind of the Father, because He came to show us that Father. So those thoughts are within you, but you just don't think you're worthy of those thoughts. You don't think you're worthy of the magnificent, infinite life that you're to be living right here on planet Earth. So they said, is there any new thing wherever we may be said, see, this is new? It has been already of old time, which was before us. What does that mean? It means before you were ever on planet Earth. You see, you came here. Are you looking for infinite knowledge, wisdom? Are you wanting tonight to begin to have the knowledge of the ages? It's all inside of you. And what's happening in this time is we are beginning to truly awaken all over the globe. All over we're hearing from people that are awakening to the reality that that infinite possibility lives within them. Your thoughts are the things that bring your experiences into this physical realm. And when you connect those thoughts with feelings, really feeling, Christ didn't just think he was the Son of God. He felt, he had an emotional knowing that he was that Son of God. How earnestly do you think about the things that you want to bring into manifestation? Earnest thought, magnified with emotion, is what brings things into manifestation. Have you ever thought about you'd like to eat a steak? And not only have you thought about you'd like to eat that steak, but you start to salivate. You can taste how that steak is going to feel in your mouth. You have not only thought about it, but you have mixed the emotion of eating that steak. I'll bet you will go out and have that steak. You will bring that thought mixed with that emotion into the reality of your life. You're not going to be satisfied until that thought manifests. And that's the same with what I'm talking about tonight. When you have that thought and you can feel it, you know, and you can experience that thought, it will manifest. It's tying those thoughts in with the emotion. When you mix thoughts with emotion, it brings part of eternity into the now, into your life. You were created to live out of all infinite possibility. There was nothing too big for Christ. Christ was our greatest picture of the ascension life. He was a pattern for us. When 5,000 were sitting on the ground, did he say, that's too many? How am I going to feed 5,000? No, he said, sit down, gang. We're going to eat. He knew he could draw within himself the infinite, the measureless, the countless from that mind of God. But he felt it. He didn't start doing some kind of formula. He just knew. He had the thought that he could feed him, and that emotion he knew was mixed with that thought. And what manifests was he fed 5,000 people. This is how you choose what you wish to experience from the infinite sea of all possibilities. Doesn't that almost sound like too much tonight? That you can live from the sea of infinite possibilities. But see, if God, the omnipotent God, lives within you, you can live in that realm. We have been living beyond what our birthright is. So many of us have majors in the negative. What we lack, what we have to do to be accepted by God, instead of understanding that Jesus Christ made us acceptable to God, made us righteous. That's a foundation that we've laid already in this ministry. What we want you to do is come up higher. But it's the same with the negative thoughts that you think. You mix those thoughts with the emotion, and it's going to manifest. Have you ever thought, I can't afford that? Not only have you walked into a store and you thought, I can't afford that, but you felt what it feels like. The emotion to not be able to afford that is mixed, and it brings that right into your reality. We are creative beings. Yes, we're bringing those things out of our minds, out of our emotions. The Bible says, as a man thinketh, so goes your life.